Just blank over here. The chat.
Yeah, it should pop. It should pop up. And people start to come on.
There you go. Yeah, we back, Hebrew. Hallelujah. Praise the mighty Yah. Hey, man, listen. They don't want me doing it, Hebrew. That's all I think of. Woo, boy. What they say? Okay, praise the mighty Yah, Miss Rob Wonder. Hey, I ain't gonna be able to do it, Hebrew. Hey, I ain't gonna never be quiet. They can forget that. I'm gonna give about a few minutes to get back on, then I'm gonna get on back down through there. Yeah.
Start it when it says 10.
No, it was more than that. It was 20.
No, you want to start when it says 10. It's 2 minutes now.
Oh, 10 minutes, you said?
Yeah, so about 8 more minutes when
Yeah,
it says 10.
yeah. Oh yeah. I think I might. Let me see. Yeah, I know a few places in Revelation. Yeah, the book don't make no sense, man. I can go on and on and on all day about the New Testament, man. They ain't worth two dead flies, man. I don't see how somebody can get tricked. But what I'm doing today ain't never been did, Hebrew. That's I'm exposing, the book. let you know, man, you ain't supposed to be washing your hands. You're supposed to go in the closet. You can eat anything. You can do this. You can do that. So if you're a full-fledged Christian, then you're supposed to be living according to the New Testament. Shit, that's the book y'all represent. You ain't got no business washing your hands at all. That's what your book say. You ain't got no business taking no bath at all. That's what your book say.
Oh, excuse me.
Oh yeah, I'm going there, Hebrew. Oh yeah, I'm going there too. I'm already knowing Hebrew. Yep, I'm going there too. Mhm. Yeah, that's wicked right there. Hate your mama and everybody say. Yeah. I'm gonna give the people a few more minutes to get on, then I'm gonna go and get on down through there, Hebrew. Yeah, a few more minutes. But like I said, everybody hold their comment and question, cause man, listen, I'm finna go hard in the paint again. Okay, let's get started. Let me go to Mark. Let me see Mark 16. Okay. Mark chapter 16 and start at 15 verse.
Mark chapter 16, verse 15. And he said unto them, Go ye into all the world and preach the gospel to every creature.
Now this was JC told him, go through the world preaching the gospel to every creature.
He that believeth and is baptized shall be saved,
That's a lie. Everybody been baptized gonna it say he that believe and is baptized is gonna be saved. That's a lie. Read.
but he that believeth not shall be damned.
People that don't believe in being baptized is according to him going to hell.
And these signs shall follow them that believe.
Now, all these signs, an individual person got to have all these signs for them that believe. Now, these are the signs. Watch this, y'all.
In my name shall they cast out devils.
That's one sign. In JC name, you're supposed to be able to cast devil if you're the real Christian.
They shall speak with new tongues.
You're going to speak a new tongue other than English if you believe in JC.
They shall take up serpents.
You should be able to pick a rattlesnake up or a copperhead or a cottonmouth snake.
And if they drink any deadly thing,
and if you drink any bleach or anything that's going to kill you, read.
It shall not hurt them.
You ain't going to die. Now, JC say you got to have all these signs. You can drink anything and pick up a snake and you ain't going to die. Read.
They shall lay hands on the sick.
They supposed to be able to go to the hospital and cure cancer, whatever you got. Whatever wrong with you, according to this, you're supposed to drink anything and it won't hurt you. Touch the hand on the sick and heal the sick. Read.
And they shall recover.
And they shall recover. Now, they got to have these 5 signs. If you are a follower of JC and you got these 5 signs, then you're the real deal. This is a lie. Of course, can't nobody on earth fit this description. Can't nobody get bit by a rattlesnake and not go to the doctor. Can't nobody drink no bleach and not die. Can't nobody heal the sick because all the hospital full of sick people. And they dying every day. So this is a lie. Okay. Let's go to Mark 3. You show me anybody that can fit the description that I just read about. Show me anybody that can fit that description. I'll send you $1,000. Can anybody do what I just read in Mark 16? You got $1,000 coming. Okay, what Mark? Okay, I got the wrong book. Mark 3, I think. Let's get it right quick. Okay. Okay, Mark chapter 3, verse 31.
Mark chapter 3, verse 31. There came then his brother and his mother.
JC mother and his brothers came.
And standing without.
Sent
unto him.
They sent unto him.
Calling him.
Now his brothers and his mother calling him, looking for him.
And the multitude said about him.
They said to him.
And they said unto him, Behold, thy mother and thy brethren without seek for thee.
Hey, JC, your mama and your brothers, them looking for you, man.
And he answered them.
And he answered the people that told him this.
Saying, Who is my mother?
Who is my mother? He hated his mama. He said, Who is my mother?
Or my brethren?
Who is my brother?
And he looked round about on them which said about him, and said, Behold my mother and my brethren. For whosoever shall do the will of God, the same is my brother and my sister and mother.
In other words, he wasn't studying his mother and his brother. He said, Who is my mother and who is my brother? I ain't studying them. That's right. And he asked his mama, let me see. When he said, what I got to do with you? Let me see. I think that's let me go to. I think that's in Luke. Where he answered roughly. She said, son, they out of wine, and he got mad at her. Oh no. Let's see. Let's see, 8 and 19. Okay. Luke 8 and 19.
Luke chapter 8, verse 19. Then came to him his mother and his brethren, and could not come at him for the press. And it was told him by certain which said, Thy mother and thy brethren stand without, desiring to see thee.
They can't wait to see you, JC.
And he answered and said unto them, My mother and my brethren are these which hear the word of God.
In other words, I ain't got no mother, no brother. These the ones to hear the word of God. Them the ones. Them my mother and brothers.
And do it. Now it came to pass on a certain day.
Okay, that's all I wanted with that. That's a fool talking. Now read. Go to Luke 14 and 25. No, in that Bible, that right there. Read it out of that Bible. Luke 14, and I think it's 25th verse.
Luke chapter 14, verse 25. Now great multitudes went with him.
That's what I'm talking about. A great multitude went with JC. Watch this, y'all.
And he turned and said to them,
And this what he turned and told a great multitude.
If anyone comes to me and
If anybody come to me, he say, if anybody come to me
and does not hate his father
and
and mother,
and you do not hate your father and your mother,
wife and children,
and you do not hate your wife and children,
brothers and sisters,
and you do not hate your brothers and sisters,
yes, and his own life also,
and you got to hate yourself, according to JC.
He cannot be my disciple.
You can't be a disciple of JC if you don't hate your mama and your brother and your sister and your wife, your kids, and yourself.
And whosoever does not bear his cross and come after me cannot be my disciple.
And whoever don't wear a cross can't be his disciple. So you got to hate your mama, your brother, and your sister, and plus you got to wear a graven image in the cross. And I'm going to talk about that graven image and cross on down the road. That's right. You got to hate everybody and follow him. Okay, now let's go to Mark 11. This man over here in this book is retarded. He wants you to hate everybody but and yourself. And I'm popping corn. See, I'm showing y'all this because they ain't going to teach you this in church. They ain't going to show you this. No, sir. Okay, what I say, Mark 11? Okay, yeah, Mark 11. In first verse.
Mark chapter 11, verse 1.
Now watch this.
And when they came nigh to Jerusalem unto Bethphage and Bethany at the Mount of Olives, he sent for two of his disciples.
He sent two. That JC sent two of his disciples. Now watch this.
And said unto them,
he told his two disciples,
Go your way unto the village over against you.
Go to this village that's right near you.
And as soon as ye be entered into it,
and as soon as you get in this village, that's you, Chicago. As soon as you get to Chicago,
you shall find a colt tied.
You're going to find a German Shepherd tied up in the backyard of this dude's house. He don't know him now.
Whereon never man said,
Wherever it said,
loose him.
Loose the German Shepherd.
And bring him.
And bring him to me, because I'm a thief. I sent two people to steal. JC sent these people to steal some. Read.
And if any man say unto you,
and while I got this dude German Shepherd walking down the street, and everybody saying to you,
why do ye this?
Why are you doing this? The man ain't at home.
Say ye that the Lord have need of him.
Say that I'm the one sent you in Walmart to walk out of there with a watermelon and didn't pay for it. If anybody stop you at the door, you tell them I sent you.
And straightway he will send him hither.
Right.
And they went their way and found the colt tied by the door without it, a place where two ways met.
That's right, because it was somebody else. It was tied up. That means it didn't belong to JC.
And they loosed him.
And they took him loose. They stole it.
And certain of them that stood there said unto them, What do ye loosing the colt?
Why are you stealing? Why you unloosing this man's coat? That man out of town.
And they said unto them, even as JC had commanded, and they let them go.
And they let him go. In other words, JC had two of his disciples to go steal a car at the garage, and if somebody see you in the car and they stop you, tell them I sent them. But he ain't know the man. He ain't born nothing. He said, go get it. Okay, the man was a thief. Now, let's go to Leviticus 19:11. Leviticus 19. Yeah, Leviticus 19. Let's see what our book say. Leviticus 19:11.
Leviticus chapter 19, verse 11. Ye shall not steal,
You ain't supposed to steal, our book say,
neither deal falsely,
and deal falsely. Send somebody to go steal something.
neither lie one to another.
Don't lie to nobody. That's all that's all I needed. Okay, yeah. Lie one to another. Yeah, don't lie to one another. That's right. We ain't got no business stealing. You ain't supposed to send nobody in Walmart steal nothing and go to that man's house and get his lawnmower out of his garage and all that old junk. That JC say do that. Okay, let's go to Mark 11 and go back to the book. Mark 11 and 11. Let me see. Let me get it right quick. Mark 11 and 11. Let's see. Oh yeah, start at the 11th verse.
Mark chapter 11, verse 11. And JC entered into Jerusalem and into the temple.
Now watch this, y'all.
And when he had looked round about upon all things, and now the eventide was come, he went out unto Bethany with the he went out unto Bethany with the 12.
Now this JC now. Watch this.
And on the morrow,
On tomorrow,
when they were come from Bethany,
when they was coming from Bethany,
he was hungry.
JC was hungry, y'all.
And seeing a fig tree afar off having leaves,
He saw a fig tree with leaves on it, looking down the road because his stomach growling, he hungry, and he see a fig tree with leaves. Read.
he came,
He went to the tree.
if haply he might find anything thereon.
He ran to the tree because he thought some figs was on it, happily to the tree.
And when he came to it,
when he got to the tree,
he found nothing but leaves.
Wasn't no leaves on it because the dummy didn't know.
For the time of figs was not yet.
It was wintertime, could have been wintertime or something because wasn't no figs on the tree, just leaves, and he was too dumb and stupid to know that the tree didn't have no figs on it.
And JC answered and said unto it, No man eat fruit of thee hereafter forever.
Now he got mad at the tree because wasn't no fruit on it. Ain't that a fool? Now let's go to John 18 and 4. But the book say he know everything. That's 18 and 4. Watch this.
John chapter 18, verse 4. JC therefore, knowing all things that should come upon him, went forth and said unto them, Whom seek ye?
It say JC knew all things that went up. He didn't know that tree didn't have no figs on it. So this is a lie. They say he know all things, but why come he didn't know it wasn't no figs on that tree in the wintertime? He dumb as a box of rocks. There you go. Okay, let's go to Luke 10. Luke chapter 10. Okay, Luke chapter 10, verse 22. Mm-hmm.
Luke chapter 10, verse 22. All things are delivered to me of my Father.
That's a lie. He said all things are delivered to him from Yah. That's a lie, y'all. Read.
And no man knoweth who the Son is.
And that's a lie. We know who the Son is, the children of Israel. We know who the Son is, so he just told another lie.
But the Father.
That's a lie.
And who the Father is, but the Son.
We know who the Father is, Yahweh, and his Son is Israel, fool.
And he to whom the Son will reveal him.
We already know, because our book told us who the Son was. Okay, let's go to Deuteronomy 9. Go to the old book. Deuteronomy 9. And remind me to show them who the Son is. He say don't nobody know who the Father is and who don't know who the Son is. Well, I say Deuteronomy 9. Let me get it. Start at the 9th verse.
Deuteronomy chapter 9, verse 9. When when I was gone up into excuse me into the mount to receive the tables of stone, even the tables of the covenant which Yahweh made with you, then I abode in the mount 40 days and 40 nights. I neither did eat bread nor drink water. And Yahweh delivered unto me 2 tables of
He delivered Moses into the 10 Commandments. He didn't deliver JC nothing. JC lying. He delivered the commandments to Moses. Read.
stone written with the finger of Elohim,
That's right.
and on them was written according to all the words which Yahweh spake with you in the mount out of the midst of the fire in the day of the assembly. And it came to pass at the end of 40 days and 40 nights.
Okay, that's all I need to read. I wanted to deliver. Now go to Exodus 4 and 22 and show them who the son is. Exodus 4, I think it is 20. Is it 4 and 24? No, 4 and 22.
Exodus chapter 4, verse 22.
Yeah.
And thou shalt say unto Pharaoh,
this what you tell Pharaoh, since JC said don't nobody know who the son is.
Thus saith Yahweh,
Thus said Yah.
Israel is my son.
Israel is Yahweh's son. That's who we. That's how we know. Read.
Even my firstborn.
Even his firstborn.
And I say unto thee,
and I say unto you, Pharaoh,
let my son go.
Yahweh know who his son is. He said, let my son go, which is Israel,
that he may serve me.
That he may serve me.
And if thou refuse to let him go, behold,
I will slay. Go ahead.
I will slay thy son,
even thy firstborn. Right.
Even thy firstborn.
Okay, so we know who the son is. Now let's go see who the father is. Since he just told y'all he don't know who the father is and he don't know who the son is, let's show you what the book say who the son, who the father is. Let's see. Let me go get it right quick. Let me see. Okay. Go to 42 and 8. Now we're gonna see what the father name is. Isaiah. Isaiah 42 and 8.
Isaiah chapter 42, verse 8. I am Yahweh, that is my name, and my glory will I not give to another.
Yahweh is his name, and his son is Israel. That is the book telling you. I didn't tell it to you, I showed it to you. Now read it again.
I am Yahweh, that is my name, and my glory will I not give to another.
Okay. Now let's go to Luke 6. Back to the New Testament. Luke 6. Luke 6 and 20. Let me see. Luke chapter 6, verse 27. 27.
Luke chapter 6, verse 27. But I say unto you.
This is what JC say. JC say, I say unto you.
Which here, love your enemies.
JC say, love your enemies.
Do good to them which hate you.
You're supposed to do good to the people that hate you, according to JC. Now read it again. Keep reading.
Bless them that curse you.
Bless all the people that curse you.
And pray for them which despitefully use you.
And pray for the one that use you and abuse you and mess over you. Now read it again, because this is a fool talking, y'all.
But I say unto you which hear.
JC said, I say unto you what you want to listen to, the one to hear.
Love your enemies.
Love your enemies, this is what the fool said. But he said, hate your mama over there in Luke 14.
Do good to them which hate you.
Do people good that hate you. Let them bust you upside the head and you still supposed to love. Turn the other cheek, you still supposed to love.
Bless them that curse you, and pray for them which despitefully use you. And
that's a lie. Now, let's go to 2 Samuel. He say, love your enemies, pray for them to spitefully use you and do you wrong. Now, all you Christians that believe in the New Testament, y'all supposed to be following by these statutes that I'm showing you. We don't do this. Y'all, you Christians do it, and Messianics do it. We I-49242 over here. Okay, 2 Samuel. Now let's see what our book say about loving your enemy. I said second, didn't I? 2 Samuel. Did I say first or second? I think I said second. Let me see. I think it's Second Samuel. Oh yeah, 2 Samuel 22 and 2 Samuel 22 41. Yeah.
2 Samuel chapter 22, verse 41. Thou hast also given me the necks of my enemies,
Give me the necks of my enemies,
that I might destroy them that hate me.
and you supposed to destroy the people that hate you according to the old book. That read it again.
Thou hast also given me the necks of my enemies,
King David told Yahweh, you give me the necks of my enemies,
that I might destroy them that hate me.
that I may destroy my enemy, the people that hate me. I ain't supposed to love them. You a lie.
They looked, but there was none.
Okay, that's all I needed. Now go to Psalms 89. Psalms 89 and 23.
Psalm chapter 89, verse 23. And I will beat down his foes before his face,
Yahweh said he gonna beat down King David foes before his face,
and plague them that hate him.
and everybody that hate King David, he gonna plague them. Now, do that sound like love your enemies over here in our book? No, it don't. That's right. This book is retarded. Anytime they tell you, do America love Russia? Do America love China? No, it don't. So when they tell you supposed to turn the other cheek and love everybody, you are a lie. You supposed to love them that love you. The Almighty, matter of fact, go to Jeremiah. Let me see. I think it's Jeremiah 4 and 22. Get it? No, that ain't it. Let's see. That ain't it. Let me get it up quick. Let's see what that says. Or is it Proverbs? I think it might be Proverbs. I think it's Proverbs. Let me go there. Proverbs. Let's see. Okay, yeah, Proverbs 8 and 17. Proverbs 8 and 17.
Proverbs chapter 8, verse 17. I love them that love me,
Yahweh said, I love them that love me.
and those that seek me early shall find me.
And everybody that seek me gonna find me. Okay, he say, love them that love me. Now let's go back to the New Testament. Go to John. John 1 and let me see. John 1 and 1 and 17.
John chapter 1, verse 17.
Yeah.
For the law was given by Moses,
That's a lie. The law was given by Yah. So he told a lie. Read.
but grace and truth came by JC.
You a lie. Oh, that's a lie. Hold it. Let's go to Psalms 84. Let me show you that's a lie. He said the law came by Moses and truth and grace came by who? JC. Let's see what Psalms 84. Psalms 84. Okay, Psalm 84. That's right, 10 and 11.
Psalms chapter 84, verse 10. For a day and night courts is better than 1,000. I had rather be a doorkeeper in the house of my Elohim than to dwell in the tents of wickedness.
That's right. I'd rather be a doorkeeper in the house of Yah than dwell with the wicked people. Read.
For Yahweh Elohim is a sun and shield. Yahweh will give grace and glory. No good thing will he withhold from them that walk uprightly.
He will give grace. Yahweh the one give grace, not JC give grace. That's right. The book said it. Okay, now let's see if the law. Let's go to Exodus 13. Exodus. Exodus 13. Exodus 13. Okay. Exodus 18, Exodus 13, 8 and 9.
Exodus chapter 13, verse 8. And thou shalt show thy son in that day, saying, This is done because of that which Yahweh did unto me when I came forth out of Egypt. And it shall be for a sign unto thee upon thy hand, and for a memorial between thine eyes, that Yahweh's law may be in thy mouth.
Yahweh's law. The law come from Yah. Yahweh's law might be in your mouth, like it's in my mouth today. I'm popping corn.
For with a strong hand have Yahweh brought thee out of Egypt.
That's right. The law is Yahweh, not JC, not Moses. Moses ain't made no law, but Yahweh made the law that gave to Moses. So that book told a lie. Okay, go to John. New Testament. Back to New Testament. John 5. I'm showing y'all today this book ain't worth 2 dead flies. John 5 and 22. Let me see. Let's see if that's what I want. Yes, sir. John 5 and 22.
John chapter 5, verse 22. For the Father judgeth no man.
That's a lie. He said Yahweh don't judge no man. He just told another lie.
But have committed all judgment unto the Son.
And gave JC all the judgment. So that's a lie. Read that again, because that's a lie.
For the Father judgeth no man, but have committed all judgment unto the Son.
And gave all judgment to the Son. That's a lie. Go to Psalm 98 and 9. Let me show y'all that's a lie. Psalm 89 and what I say, 9? Let me see. Let me get it. Yeah. Psalm 89 and 9. Here, start the 9th verse. No, hold on. No. Yeah, Psalm 89 and 9. No, 98. That's 98, I mean. 98 and 9. Okay.
Psalm chapter 98, verse 9.
Right.
Before Yahweh, for he cometh to judge the earth.
Yahweh coming to judge the earth, not no JC.
With righteousness shall he judge the world.
He gonna judge the world. Yahweh gonna do it. They say over there, he said Yahweh gave it to him. He told a lie.
And the people with equity.
Now read it again.
Before Yahweh, for he cometh to judge the earth.
Yahweh gonna judge the earth, not nobody else.
With righteousness shall he judge the world, and the people with equity.
That's right. Now go to John 5 and 37. Back to the New Testament. John 5 and 37.
John chapter 5, verse 37.
Yeah.
And the Father himself, which has sent me.
He a lie. Yahweh ain't never sent him. He sent Moses and Abraham, but he never sent nobody in the New Testament, so that's a lie.
Have borne witness of me.
That's a lie.
Ye have neither heard his voice at any time.
That's a lie. Moses talked to him every day. What you mean he didn't hear his voice? Read.
nor seen his shape.
You told another lie. Okay, let me show you. Genesis, I don't think I got nobody. Let's go to Genesis 3. He saying nobody heard Yahweh's voice or seen his shape in no time. That was JC. That's the lie he told. So go to Genesis. Okay, Genesis 3 and 8.
Genesis chapter 3, verse 8. And they heard the voice of Yahweh Elohim walking in.
They heard. They what now? They heard the voice. What? Say it again.
And they heard the voice of Yahweh Elohim walking in the garden in the cool of the day.
I thought the New Testament saying nobody heard his voice in no time. Our book say he heard his voice and walking around in the garden.
And Adam and his wife hid themselves from the presence of Yahweh Elohim amongst the trees of the garden.
That's right. The Almighty been speaking in the Old Testament in the beginning of the time. They read it again.
And they heard the voice of Yahweh Elohim walking in the garden in the cool of the day. And Adam and his wife hid themselves from the presence of Yahweh Elohim amongst the trees of the garden.
Okay, now go to Genesis 32. Genesis 32. And let's see if that's what I want. Okay, that one another one though. Genesis 32 and 24. Right.
Genesis chapter 32, verse 24. And Jacob was left alone, and there wrestled a man with him until the breaking of the day. And when he saw that he prevailed not against him, he touched the hollow of his thigh, and the hollow of Jacob's thigh was out of joint, as he wrestled with him. And he said, Let me go, for the day breaketh. And he said, I will not let thee go, except thou bless me. And he said unto him, What is thy name? And he said, Jacob. And he said, Thy name shall be called no more Jacob, but Israel. For as a prince hast thou power with Elohim and with men, and hast prevailed. And Jacob asked him and said, Tell me, I pray thee, thy name. And he said, Wherefore is it that thou doest ask after my name? And he blessed him there.
Okay, I ain't really want. Let me go get another one, a little better than that one. Let's go to Exodus. I'm gonna show you that the people in the Old Testament seen him. He said you ain't seen his shape or heard his voice, and he just talked to Adam. So he told a lie over there. Let me get what I want now. Let me see what I want. I think it's in Exodus. Okay. I want Exodus 24. Exodus 24 and 9.
Exodus chapter 24, verse 9. Then went up Moses and Aaron
and
Nadab and
Abihu
and 70 of the elders of Israel.
So that's 74 people. Let's see what they did.
And they saw the Elohim of Israel.
They saw Yahweh. With the New Testament saying nobody seen his, heard his voice, seen his shape. They seen Yahweh. Read.
And there was under his feet as it were a paved work of a sapphire stone, and as it were the body of heaven in his clearness. And upon the nobles of the children of Israel he laid not his hand. Also they saw Elohim, and did eat and drink.
They saw him in the Old Testament. So don't let nobody tell you ain't nobody seen Yah. That's a lie. According to this, they seen him. Okay. Now, let's go back to the New Testament. Back to the New Testament, John. John, let me see. John 5, yes, sir. John 5 and 46.
John chapter 5, verse 46. For had ye believed Moses, ye would have believed me,
We do believe Moses, but we don't believe you.
for he wrote of me.
Hold it right there. Now, JC just said, if we believe in Moses, you believe him. He said Moses wrote about him. So for this money, if anybody can show me what Moses wrote about JC, got $1,000 coming. Now read that again.
For had ye believed Moses, ye would have believed me, for he wrote of me. But if ye believe not his writings, how shall ye believe my words?
Ain't nobody, hey, cause get that money. If Moses wrote about JC, get that money. That's right. That's what I'm talking about. Get that money. John 8. If Moses wrote about JC, get paid today. Okay. John 8 and 39. Let me see. Let's see. Okay, yeah, John 8. Yeah, John 8 and 39.
John chapter 8, verse 39. They answered and said unto him, Abraham is our father. JC said unto them, If ye were Abraham's children, ye would do the works of Abraham. But now ye seek to kill me, a man that hath told you the truth.
You ain't told no truth because you broke the Sabbath day. You got to go in the closet and pray. You can eat anything, so you're a lie.
Which I have heard of God. This did not Abraham.
And they told a lie. Yeah, we believe Abraham, but not you. And the Almighty, he say, did he say sinner? Did he? Did he say? Let me see. Did he say? Well, let's go see what Deuteronomy 34 got to say. Back to the old book. Deuteronomy 30. Let me see. Let's see, 34. No, I don't want that. But no, that I don't think I want that. Let's see. No, I already read that. But let's go to John. Let's go back to the New Testament. John 8. I forgot something in there. John 8. Oh yeah, John chapter 8. Start the 56th verse. That's what I'm talking about right here.
John chapter 8, verse 56.
That's right. Watch this, y'all.
Your father Abraham rejoiced to see my day.
JC said Abraham saw him in his day. That's a lie.
And he saw it.
That's a lie.
And was glad.
And that's a lie.
Then said the Jews unto him,
Then the Jews spoke to JC.
Thou art not yet 50 years old.
You ain't even 50 years old. So how Abraham saw you? Abraham been here dead and gone.
And hast thou seen Abraham?
And you talking about Abraham that saw you.
JC said unto them, Verily, verily, I say unto you.
Now this is what he told the Jews, JC.
Before Abraham was, I am.
He said he was on the scene before Abraham was. For this money, if y'all can prove to me that JC was on the scene before Abraham, you get that money. That's right. You get the money now. And you don't give me the answer until I get through teaching, because I'm still popping corn. Now keep reading. Now watch this, y'all.
Then took they up stones to cast at him.
Then they took up bricks and stones to cast at JC.
But JC hid himself.
JC ran like a high-powered cowboy, a scary man.
And went out of the temple, going through the midst of them, and so passed by.
He running like Scary Jerry, scared to death. Now read that again. I'm finna shut up. 56. That's a lie, y'all.
Your father Abraham rejoiced to see my day, and he saw it and was glad. Then said the Jews unto him, Thou art not yet 50 years old, and hast thou seen Abraham? JC said unto them, Verily, verily, I say unto you, before Abraham was, I am. Then took they up stones to cast at him, but JC hid himself and went out of the temple.
A high power coward. That's what he was. He was scared to death, running. Okay, now let's go to let's see, John 14. Oh yeah, John 14. That's right. That's what I want. John 14 in 11 verse.
John chapter 14, verse 11.
Yes, sir. Watch this, y'all.
Believe me that I am in the Father,
That's a lie,
and the Father in me,
and that's a lie.
or else believe me for the very work's sakes.
That's a lie.
Verily, verily, I say unto you, he that believeth on me, the works that I do shall he do also.
Everybody that believe like JC and can do the works, they can do it also. That means you can heal the sick, grab a snake, drink any deadly thing. You can do all this. Read.
And greater works than these shall he do.
Now, who done did greater works than JC? Name me somebody that did greater works than JC. Oh, this is a lie. Read.
Because I go unto my Father,
That's a lie.
and whatsoever ye shall ask in my name,
And whatever y'all Christians ask in JC name,
that will I do.
he gonna do it. Now ask for $1 million and see if he gonna give it to you. Ask for a house. Ask for a car. Ask for anything in his name, he gonna give it to you. According to this lie, read.
That the Father may be glorified in the Son.
That's a lie.
If ye shall ask anything in my name,
If you ask anything in JC name,
I will do it.
he gonna do it. Tell him to kill that cancer you got. Tell him to kill that disease that you got. Tell him to give you $1 million. Let's see, can he do it? Now read that again.
And
No, that 14 verse.
if ye shall ask anything in my name,
If you ask for anything in JC name,
I will do it.
he gonna do it. Now that's a lie there. If he can do it, tell him to kill your cancer. Your whatever you got, tell him to cure it. Tell him you want $1 million. See if he give it to you. You say if you say in my name, I give it to you. Now that's a lie. Okay. Let's go to Acts. The book of Acts. I'm gonna get it right quick. See, that's what I want. The book of Acts. Book of Acts 4 and 10 verse. Yeah, the book of Acts 4 and 10.
Acts chapter 4, verse 10. Be it known unto you all and to all the people of Israel that by the name of JC of Nazareth, whom ye crucified, whom God raised from the dead, even by him doeth this man stand here before you whole. This is the stone which was set at naught of you builders, which is become the head of the corner.
Now watch this. This is what I want.
Neither is there salvation in any other.
Ain't nobody got salvation but this dude, JC. That's what it's saying.
For there is none other name under heaven given among men whereby we must be saved.
In other words, he's telling you can't nobody save you but him. JC saying that can't nobody save you but him. He got the coldest name. Now, he's neither is there salvation in any other. Okay, look up the word salvation. What do the word salvation mean? Now, JC say he the only one got salvation.
Salvation?
Yeah.
The saving of a person from sin or from the punishment of sin.
That's what salvation means, the saving of the person from sin.
Especially in the life after death.
And life after death.
The saving from danger, evil,
Okay, that's what salvation means. And JC said he the only one can do it. Okay, let me show you that's a lie. Let's go to Isaiah 45. Isaiah 45. Isaiah 45 and 17.
Isaiah chapter 45, verse 17. But Israel shall be saved in Yahweh with an everlasting salvation.
Yahweh the only one can save Israel and everybody in the world. Say Yahweh, not JC. Read it again.
But Israel shall be saved in Yahweh with the everlasting salvation.
The everlasting salvation. Salvation come from Yah. And that's it and that's all. Now go to Psalm 3 and 8. Psalms 3 and 8. Yeah, so yeah. That's cold-blooded right here. Psalms 3 and 8.
Psalms chapter 3, verse 8. Salvation belongeth unto Yahweh.
Salvation belongs to Yah, not the New Testament, not JC, not Paul, not Peter, not Luke, not Revelation. Read it again.
Salvation belongeth unto Yahweh.
It belongs to Yah, fool.
Thy blessing is upon thy people.
That blessing upon our people. That's right. Okay. Acts 13. Now, I'm going to show you something you ain't never seen before. Acts. I think it's the 14th. Let me get it. Now, I'm finna show y'all something y'all ain't never seen before. Acts 13 and 1.
Acts chapter 13, verse 1. Now there were in the church that was at Antioch certain prophets and teachers, as Barnabas and Simon that was called Niger, and Lucius of Cyrene, and
that's all I needed was that first verse. Nigger. That's the only time you find nigger in the Bible is in the New Testament. It's not in the Old Testament, it's only in the New Testament. Now read it again.
Now there were in the church that was at Antioch certain prophets and teachers, as Barnabas and Simon that was called Niger.
They was called niggers.
And Lucius of Cyrene, and Manaen, which had been brought up with Herod the teacher.
All I need is the first verse, though. That's all I need. Yeah. Okay. Did y'all know niggas was in the Bible? That word right there is nigger in the Bible. Nigger is a river that they named us out there. That's where the word come from, a river. The nigger river. Okay, but anyway, let me show you what we call. Go to Isaiah 44. They call them niggas, and let's see what the Old Testament called us. Isaiah 40, what I say, 44. Let me get it right quick. Okay, yeah, Isaiah 44 and 5. This our name right here. They call them niggas, but this our name right here. Isaiah 44 and start the 5th verse.
Isaiah chapter 44, verse 5. One shall say, I am Yahweh's, and another shall call himself by the name of Jacob.
Call himself by the name of Jacob. That's right.
And another shall subscribe with his hand unto Yahweh, and surname himself by the name of Israel.
Not nigger, but Israel.
Thus saith Yahweh, the King of Israel.
Yahweh is the King of Israel, not the nigger.
And his Redeemer, Yahweh of hosts.
That's right.
I am the first.
Yahweh say he the first, but in the New Testament and Revelation, JC say he the first. So that's a lie in the New Testament.
And I am the last.
Yahweh say I'm the first and I'm the last.
Beside me there is no Elohim.
Beside me ain't no New Testament, no Quran, no Hadith, no Circle 7, no none of that.
And who?
That's all I needed. Ain't no such thing as another book. That's right. Now go to Acts 13. Let me show y'all something else you ain't never seen before. Acts 13, I think. Let me get it right quick. Okay. Yeah, skip on. I forgot this. Skip on down. Acts 13. Start the 6th verse.
Acts chapter 13, verse 6. And when they had gone through the isle unto Paphos, they found a certain sorcerer,
A sorcerer, a devil worshiping, and a psychic,
a false prophet,
a false prophet,
a Jew, whose name was Bar
JC, whose name was Bar JC. Read.
which was with the deputy of the country, Sir Gaius Paulus, a prudent man, who called for Barnabas and Saul, and desired to hear the word of God. But Elymas, the sorcerer, for so is his name by interpretation, withstood them, seeking to turn away the deputy from the faith. Then Saul, who also is called Paul, filled with the Holy Ghost, set his eyes on him and and,
Now watch this.
and said, O full of all subtlety and all mischief, thou child of the devil,
They call him the child of the devil.
thou enemy of all righteousness, wilt thou not cease to pervert the right ways of the LORD?
That's right. Call Bar JC the devil. That's what your book called you. I didn't tell it to you. I showed it to you. Now, I'm going to get ready to cut it off because I want these comments and questions on this internet right now. And it's going to be a part 3 because they cut me off. Now, this is part 2. And I'm going to use a part 3 next weekend because I didn't finish up. I'm going to cut it short because I got a million more. I can pop it all the way to the graveyard. Though. Now, I'm going to close up. Now, I want to get on this thing here. What they talking about? Let's see what they talking about up here. Okay, do anybody have any comments or questions? Do anybody want this money? Get that money. And if you say you don't want it, you're a lie. You a lie. Okay. Any comment or question about the subject? Give me some comments, some questions, or get this money. Whatever y'all want to do, I'm ready for you to do it. But I want you to have this money. That's what I want you to get that money. So prove to me today that I told a lie for the money. Prove to me that the Old and the New Testament go together for the money. Prove to me they go together like a glove, hand in hand. And I just showed you 1,000 contradictions. Our book don't read like they book. Don't get silent on me now. Silent nights. Holy nights. Don't get silent on me now. Open your mouth. I'm through talking. I'm ready to listen to y'all. Get that money. You got plaques on your wall. You've been to Harvard, Yale, Brown, all them schools. Get that money. Let's go then. Rostar here said let's go to Mark 14 and 51. Apostles were gay. Yes, sir. There you go. Add something to it.
Mark chapter 14, verse 51.
Yeah.
And there followed him a certain young man, having a linen cloth cast about his naked body, and the young man laid hold on him.
That's right. Lay hold on, had a naked body and lay hold on him. Yeah, that sounds like some funny bunny stuff. That's right. Yeah, that's right, Rostar here. Yes, sir. Get what Jewel Gladys say, Genesis, and where is JC Blood? Yeah, that's right. I want to see it myself. I want to see his bloodline in Genesis too. Okay, Rostar here say go to Luke 7:34 where JC was a drunk. 7:34.
Luke chapter 7, verse 34. The Son of Man is come eating and drinking, and ye say, Behold, a gluttonous man and a winebibber, a friend of publicans and sinners.
All them red words?
Yeah.
Okay, he said it then. That's him. That's right. You're right, Hebrew. That's right. All red words mean he talking. That's right. He was a drunk. That's right. Popping corn, brother. Okay, what that say? Go to Rostar here say go to 1 Corinthians. No, yeah, Rostar here say go to 1 Corinthians 7:1. Where he talks about what Paul say, don't touch a woman. I believe that's what he's talking about. Paul says it's not good for a man to touch a woman. I think that's it, ain't it?
1 Corinthians chapter 7, verse 1. Now concerning the things whereof ye wrote unto me, it is good for a man not to touch a woman.
That's right. It's good for a man not to touch a woman. That's what Paul said. He was funny bunny too. Now read it again, because I forgot about that one.
Now concerning the things whereof ye wrote unto me, it is good for a man not to touch a woman.
It's good for a man to not touch a woman. Now, let's go over here to the old book and bag it up and let you know that's a lie. That a man supposed to touch a woman. He got to be a fool. The book say be fruitful and multiply. And this fool said it ain't good for a man to touch a woman. Now, let's see what the book say. What I want. Proverbs. Let me see. Hold it right there. Y'all hold up for a minute. Let me bag that up with some book. Okay, Proverbs 18 and 22. Let me let you know that's a lie we just read in the New Testament. Go to Proverbs 18 and 22.
Proverbs chapter 18, verse 22. Whoso findeth a wife findeth a good thing.
If you find a wife, that's a good thing in the eyes of Yah.
And obtaineth favor of Yahweh.
That's a favor from Yah. So that lets you know you're supposed to touch a woman because your wife, you're going to touch her. That's right. Read it again.
Whoso findeth a wife findeth a good thing.
If you find you a wife, that's a good thing in the Old Testament.
And obtaineth favor of Yahweh.
And that's favor of Yahweh. That's right. Now, okay, let's go to Rostar. Let me see. Rostar here said go to 1 Corinthians. We went there already. Revelation 22 and 16, where he talks about he Lucifer. That's right. I forgot that one too. Revelation 22 and 16, where he say he come from the seed of David and he's son of Lucifer. I mean, no, he don't say it, but that's what it means.
Revelation chapter 22, verse 16. I, JC, have sent my angel to testify unto you these things in the churches.
In the churches, right? Read.
I am the root and the offspring of David.
And that's a lie. Read.
And the bright and morning star.
That's right. Okay, let me bag it up. Let's go back. Let me prove to you who the morning star is. Let's go to Isaiah. Now, this is what he's talking about, the morning star. Let's see. Isaiah, I think it's 13. Let me get it right. Yeah, Isaiah, is it 14 or 13? Let me see. Yeah, it's Isaiah 14. Hold up, let me get, okay, yeah. Isaiah 14 and start at the 12th verse.
Isaiah chapter 14, verse 12. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer?
Talking about JC, O Lucifer.
Son of the morning.
Son of the morning.
How art thou cut down to the ground?
Now, bright and morning. Now go back to Revelation 22 and 16. So I want to line up on line, here a little and there a little, letting you know this talking about JC, calling him Lucifer.
I, JC, have sent my angel to testify unto you these things in the churches.
This what you tell the people in church.
I am the root and the offspring of David.
That's a lie. He ain't the root and the offspring of David. That's a lie right there.
and the bright and morning star.
Now, he the bright and morning star. That's the truth right there. And when you read over here, go to Isaiah 14 and 12, the morning star. What is the morning star called? Lucifer. Read it again. Isaiah 14 and 12.
How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer?
Oh, Lucifer. And read.
Son of the morning.
Son of the morning. Talking about JC. That's right. He Lucifer. Right. Okay, let's see what we got up here now. Get up every time. Let me see. Okay, Rasta here say go to, okay, we just read that. 1 Corinthians 10, 1 through 4. Go to Mark Anthony said go to 1 Corinthians 10, 1 through 4.
First Corinthians chapter 10. Moreover, brethren, I would not that ye should be ignorant how that all our fathers were under the cloud, and all passed through the sea, and were all baptized unto Moses in the cloud and in the sea.
That's a lie.
And did all eat the same spiritual meat, and did all drink the same spiritual drink, for they drank of that spiritual rock that followed them, and that rock was JC.
That's a lie. That's right. And boy, that's corn there, Mark Anthony. That's right. That's a whole lie. That's right. The total lie. Once again, all the lies. Help me break it off in this book, this lying book. Okay, Rasta here say go to Romans 1 and 3. Rasta here say go to Romans 1 and 3. Romans 1 and 3. It's out the right after John, I think. Let me see. Yeah, right after John. Right after Acts.
Romans chapter 1, verse 3.
Yeah.
Concerning his son JCRLORD, which was made of the seed of David according to the flesh.
But shit, we know that's a lie. That's a lie. Now go to, if that's the truth, go to the Old Testament and show me where that's the truth at. Show me where he is the son of David, anything got something to do with David and him. Show it to me. That's right. Prove to me that he from David, from the old book. Then I'm gonna send you this money. Okay, what we got? Matthew is okay. Okay, Rasta here say go to Matthew 27 and 46. Oh yeah, JC said all power given to him. That's a lie though.
Matthew chapter 27, verse 46.
Yeah.
And about the 9th hour, JC cried with a loud voice,
saying,
Eli, Eli, lama sabachthani.
Meaning,
that is to say, my God, my God,
why have y'all forsaken me? Keep reading.
Why hast thou forsaken me?
That's right. And keep in the next verse. He didn't answer him, did he?
No.
Okay then. He hollered out, crying, and the Most High ain't answered him one mumbling word. He never did speak to him. He on the cross hollering and crying, and the Almighty ain't said nothing to him. That's right. Okay. Lena's ought to say go to Psalm 62 and 11. 62 and 11.
Psalm chapter 62, verse 11.
Lena's author. That's the name of the author, right? Read.
Elohim hath spoken once, twice have I heard this, that power belongeth unto Elohim.
That's right. All the power belongs to Yah. That's right. Okay, Rasta here say Matthews 22 and 32. (22 and 32), I think that's what it says. Yeah. Rasta here.
Matthew chapter 22, verse 32.
Right.
I am the God of Abraham, and the God of Isaac, and the God of Jacob. God is not the God of the dead, but of the living.
Well, yeah, he is the God of the living. Because when you're dead, you don't know nothing. All right, let me go back that up with let's go to Ecclesiastes. Let me show y'all that he. Let me go. Let's go to Ecclesiastes. Okay, go to Ecclesiastes chapter 9, verse 4.
Ecclesiastes chapter 9, verse 4. For to him that is joined to all the living there is hope.
All the living there is hope.
For a living dog is better than a dead lion.
A living dog is better than a dead lion, because dead ain't worth two dead flies. In other words, that's what this saying. Read.
For the living know that they shall die.
The living know they gonna die one day.
But the dead know not anything.
The dead don't know nothing. When they tell you they're looking down on me from heaven, you are lie. The book say the dead know nothing. So when you tell all they up in heaven looking down on you, a down lie. Read that again.
For the living know that they shall die.
The living know they gonna die one day.
But the dead know not anything.
The dead don't know nothing. So he ain't up there looking down on you. Stop telling them lies.
Neither have they any more reward, for the memory of them is forgotten.
Their memory is forgotten because they don't know nothing they did. The book popping it. I didn't tell it to you. I showed it to you. That's all I needed. Let me see what they talking about on here. Okay. King Samuel. Hey, brother, that's the one that requested that New Testament link. King Samuel said go to Revelation 1 and 12. I ain't got it in this book. Let me read it. Revelation 1 and 12. Let's see what they're talking about. Wait a minute, let me get it. I want to see what this is talking about. Revelation 1 and 12. Oh, go ahead.
Revelation chapter 1, verse 12. And I turned to see the voice that spake with me, and being turned, I saw 7 golden candlesticks.
I don't know what is it. Yeah, a golden candlestick. Well, I don't know what it represents. Let me see what it okay. Oh, refer to having female beasts. Okay, then. Okay, I got you, bro. All right. Having feet. Okay. Breast. Okay. I get you. Mark Anderson, he got a good one. What is it, Mark? Let me see. Oh, okay, yeah, that was when he said, yeah. But he is the God of the living, though. He told the truth on that part and lied on the other part. Okay, George Gladys say go to Matthews 22 and 41 through 45. And let me go to Luke right quick, right? So get that, and I'm gonna go to Luke. What he say? Well, I gotta say Luke and 20.
Matthew chapter 22, verse 41.
Oh, let me read that.
While the Pharisees were gathered together, JC asked them.
Read to 45. She said 41 through 45. Okay, read.
Saying, What think ye of JC? Whose son is he? They say unto him, The son of David. He saith unto them, How then do David and spirit call him Lord, saying, the Lord said unto my Lord, sit thou
In
on
my
my
right
right
hand
hand
till I make thy enemy thy footstool. Keep reading.
till I make thy enemies thy
Now
footstool.
go to Psalm 1. When you get through reading that, go to Psalm 119. Now, Psalms 110. Yeah, because that's what that's talking about. That's referring there. That's talking about Psalm 110. Because we start over and just read it.
While the Pharisees were gathered together, JC asked them, saying, what think ye of JC? Whose son is he? They said unto him, the son of David. He said unto them, how then do David and spirit call him Lord, saying, the Lord said unto my Lord, sit thou on my right hand till I make thy enemies thy footstool. If David then called him Lord, how is he his son?
Okay, now what? Now go to Psalm 110 and start at the first verse. Now that they ain't did nothing read Psalm 110 and put that together. Now watch this. Psalm 1, I think it's 110, ain't it? Psalm 110, is that it? Read, start, say a little bit.
Psalm chapter 110, verse 1. Yahweh said unto my master, sit thou at my right hand
until I make thy enemy. That's right. Now, is that capitalized the first Yahweh? No, you put this. Yes, Yahweh.
Yeah.
Yahweh said to David. That's how I'm supposed to read. Say Yahweh said to David, sit thou at my right hand until I make thy enemy thy footstool. Now start over.
Yahweh said unto my master David,
That's right.
sit thou at my right hand until I make thy enemies thy footstool.
That's right.
Yahweh shall send the rod of thy strength. Yahweh shall send the rod of thy strength out of Zion. Rule thou in the midst of thy enemies.
That's right. Rule in the midst. So yeah, Gladys, Jewel Gladys, they got that from Psalm 110. That's all they got, and put a lie in there with the truth. Okay, Mark Gandhi say go to Luke 20 and 34. So people won't die anymore. Okay, yeah. Mark Gandhi say go to Luke 20 and 34 through 36.
Luke chapter 20, verse 34. And JC answering said unto them, the children of this world marry and are given in marriage, but they which shall be accounted worthy to obtain that world and the resurrection from the dead neither marry nor are given in marriage.
That's a lie. Almighty gonna always say, be fruitful, multiply. Man and woman was put on earth to be fruitful, multiply. So that's a lie.
Neither.
Hold it. Let me prove that that's a lie. Go to Zechariah. Let me go to Zechariah. So I'm gonna show you that that's a lie. Zechariah stand. That's Zechariah 8. Go to Zechariah chapter 8, start the first verse. Hey, y'all hold up now, cause I'm trying to put it together. Yeah. Read that. Let me show you that it's gonna be kids, children.
Zechariah chapter 8, verse 1.
Right.
Again, the word of Yahweh of hosts came to me, saying, thus saith Yahweh of hosts, I was jealous for Zion with great jealousy, and I was jealous for her with great fury. Thus saith Yahweh, I am returned unto Zion.
On this line.
And will dwell in the midst of Jerusalem.
Yahweh gonna dwell in the midst of Jerusalem, because that's the holy land, and that's where we're going back, not in heaven, we're going to the land.
And Jerusalem shall be called a city of truth.
And Jerusalem gonna be called a city of truth at this time, because this ain't happened yet.
And the mountain of Yahweh of hosts, the holy mountain.
That's right, this ain't happened yet.
Thus saith Yahweh of hosts, there shall yet old men and old women dwell in the streets of Jerusalem.
All men and old women.
And every man with his staff in his hand for very age.
That's right.
And the streets of the city shall be full of boys and girls playing.
The streets gonna be full of boys and girls, according to the Old Testament. You mean you can't have no sex? The streets gonna be full of boys and girls. Read.
Thereof. Thus saith Yahweh of hosts.
Yahweh said it.
If it be marvelous in the eyes of the remnant of this people in these days.
That's right. In these days, the remnant.
Should it also be marvelous in mine eyes? Saith Yahweh of hosts. Thus saith Yahweh of hosts, Behold, I will save my people from the east country
He gonna save us from the east country
and from the west country,
and from the west country.
and I will bring them, and they shall dwell in the midst of Jerusalem,
We going back to Jerusalem. We ain't going nowhere but to Jerusalem according to the book.
and they shall be my people, and I will be their Elohim, in truth and in righteousness.
That's right. So it's gonna be boys and girls and old men, everybody full of people. I ain't talking about let me see what they talking about. Okay, yeah. We read Matthew 22 and 41, then we said Luke 20. Did we read Luke 20? No, we didn't. No, I had go to Luke because I got sidetracked. Go to Luke 20 and 34 and 30 to 36. Mark Anthony.
Luke chapter 20, verse 34.
Mm-hmm.
And JC answering said unto them, The children of this world marry and are given in marriage, but they which shall be accounted worthy to obtain that world and the resurrection from the dead neither marry nor are given in
Oh,
marriage.
yeah, that's a lie. I just read the Zechariah 8th chapter, so that's a lie. You don't know what he's talking about. Okay, let me see. Go to Linus, I'll just say go to Mark 16 and 16. I think we already read that. Yeah, we read that. Yeah, but go to it. I think start off. I think we already read Mark 16 and 16. Mark talks about you can pick up snakes and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we already read that, bro. I already talked about that. Yeah, we gotta to be a Christian, you gotta drink anything, let a snake bite you and all that. Yeah. Okay. Let's go to did we go to Luke 20 and 34? Mark Anthony. So go to Luke 20 and 34. I don't know if we read that.
Luke chapter 20, verse 34.
Yeah, and 36.
And JC answering said unto them, The children of this world marry and are given in marriage.
Oh, yeah, it's similar to what we just got to read on. Read.
But they which shall be accounted worthy to obtain that world and the resurrection from the dead neither marry nor are given in marriage.
That's a lie. Yeah, okay, go.
Neither
verse, just skip. That's a lie. Luke 66 and 17 through 34. That's what Mark Anthony say. Go to Luke 65. No, 7. No, ain't no 65 in Luke. Oh, verse 65. Just skip on down to 65. Stay in 20, but skip on down to 65.
no 65.
I don't know what he mean by that then. 65 and 17. Okay, Rasta here say go to Ecclesiastes 12 and 12. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Yeah, we can Rasta here say go to Ecclesiastes 12 and 12.
Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 12. And,
and furthermore, be admonished, right? Read.
And further, by these, my son, be admonished,
be warned,
of making many books there is no end, and much study is a weariness of the flesh. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear Elohim and keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man. For Elohim shall bring every work into judgment with every secret thing, whether it be good or whether it be evil.
That's right. That's right, brother. That's a good one. Okay, let me go. So I need to read it 3 times. Well, give it to me again, Mark Anthony. Okay, no, it's Isaiah. Okay, he said Isaiah. I know it wasn't making no sense, bro. He said go to Isaiah 65, 17 to I think I read that. If I ain't mistaken, but we're gonna read. Let me see. Mark Anthony say go to Isaiah 65 and 17 through 24. I think we read. Did we read that?
Isaiah chapter 65, verse 17. For, behold, I create new heavens and a new earth, and the former shall not be remembered, nor come into mind. But be ye glad and rejoice forever in that which I create. For, behold, I create Jerusalem a rejoicing, and her people a joy. And I will rejoice in Jerusalem and joy in my people, and the voice of weeping shall be no more heard in her, nor the voice of crying. There shall be no more thence an infant of days, nor an old man that hath not filled his days. For the child shall die 100 years old, but the sinner being 100 years old shall be accursed.
That's right. Yeah, that's corn Hebrew. Yes, sir. No, I didn't read that one. I sure didn't. I thought I did. Okay, Genesis and Joseph bloodline did not make mention of JC, and I don't have scripture, but can bring it next Shabbat if needed. Okay, Drew Glad. Okay, in Genesis, Joseph bloodline. Let me see what. Let me hold on. Let me give a Joseph bloodline. I think. Let me. I think it's in Genesis. Hold on. Let me show you about Joseph bloodline. Okay, let me get this. Let me get some on that for you, sister. Okay, Joseph blood. Let me see. That's in. Let me see. 40. I think it's okay. Let me see what. Let me get some more Joseph right quick. Okay, go to Genesis 42. Give you a little bloodline on Joseph. Joseph, I think no, what did I say 40? No, I think it's 41. Yeah, Genesis 41. Start at the 49th verse. No, start at 50.
Genesis chapter 41, verse 50.
Yeah.
And unto Joseph were born two sons before the years of famine came.
See, Joseph only had two sons. Read.
Which Asenath, the daughter of Potiphar, priest of On, bare unto him.
That's his wife.
And Joseph called the name of the firstborn Manasseh.
He had a son named Manasseh.
For Elohim, said he, have made me forget all my toil, and all my father's house. And the name of the second called he Ephraim.
And the name of Joseph's son was Ephraim. He only had 2 sons when he was in Egypt. And his wife was named Asnah, and he had Ephraim and Manasseh. His 2 sons. Read.
For Elohim have caused me to be fruitful in the land of my affliction.
Land of my captivity to my Egypt.
And
okay, that's all I needed. Yeah, that's all I needed. Okay, trying to link this. You can't link JC to David. If you can link JC to David, get this money. Come on over here in the Old Testament and link JC to King David, and you get paid. That's right. That's what I want them to do. Let me see. Margaret say they trying to link JC to David through Joseph in the New Testament. No, sir. I just read it to you. Joseph had wife was Asnah and his 2 sons. Now, okay, through Joseph in the New Testament, but at the same time, say Joseph wasn't an actual father. Make sense. Yeah, I just showed you he had 2 sons by his wife. Yeah. The Joseph in the New Testament ain't the same as the Joseph in the Old Testament. That's a lie. If it is, prove it. Get this money. Get this money if you can prove it. Now, make a lie out of me. Break me. Take all my money. Amen. Rakim say JC is a Jeepers. The anti-JC is creepers who the father is included in the holy is a ghost. And fallen angel Joseph isn't the father. Mary was sleeping with demons. Oh boy. Okay. Well, all I know, he ain't got no parts of the Old Testament. You can't trace his lineage down with King David no kind of way. And like I say, if you can do it, get the money. There it is on the table. Yeah. Anybody in the world prove to me that JC it come out the lines of David, that they was kinfolk, any kind of, if they was kin any kind of way, and get that money. If you can't do that, then I'm gonna go and close out because I'm getting a little tired. And I'm gonna continue this subject next weekend because I ain't done. I got some more. I got more corn than this. So I'm gonna prove it's gonna be the same subject, same topic, and the same money, but it's gonna be part 3. It's gonna be part 3. So I'm gonna give y'all the chance to study and get your weight up so you can get this money next week because it's going down again. But it's gonna be part 3. The reason why it's gonna be part 3 because they cut me off in part 1, and then I had to start all over in part 2, and then I'm gonna finish up in part 3. So that's it. Yeah, I'm gonna get ready to close out, brothers and sisters. I love everybody on the air, and hope and pray that everybody serve Yahweh to the graveyard. Yeah, that's who it's all about. And to leave the New Testament alone, because I done proven beyond the shadow of doubt that the New Testament ain't worth 2 dead flies. If you believe that book, you a zip zap DAM fool. That's all I can tell you. You got to be brainwashed, bamboozled, and hoodwinked. I done showed you beyond the shadow of a doubt what the old say and what the new say. So I'm going to give all honor, glory, and worship to praise to Yahweh by saying hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Praise the mighty Yah. Y'all be on air next week at 12 o'clock, high noon, and I'm going to be popping corn again. So shalom, shalom, brothers and sisters. Yes, sir.